Ai Hoshino, the superstar idol at the center of the hottest girl band, had two hardcore fans following her every move, even in the hospital. One was Dr. Goro, a normal doctor until he met Serena, a die-hard Ai fan who never stopped chanting and rambling about her idol. Her non-stop obsession got under his skin at first, but slowly it dragged him in too. Being a tsundere, Goro refused to admit he'd become an otaku and blamed Serena for getting him hooked. Once Goro truly fell for Ai, everything changed. When Ai showed up at his hospital as a patient, his heart nearly exploded, but reality hit hard. She was pregnant with twins. He made a firm decision to protect her and help deliver the babies safely. Tragedy struck on delivery day when a secret stalker killed him, ending his life too soon. Luck twisted fate when Goro was reborn as one of Ai's twins. Serena also reincarnated into the other, and Ai named the twins Ruby and Aqua, unaware of their past lives. Miyako, the president's wife, took care of them while Ai continued her career, and life seemed peaceful. Ruby and Aqua grew up supporting Ai in everything. A year later, they went to a filming set. The director noticed Aqua and gave him a major role, stealing the spotlight from the child actress Kana. Life carried on, calm and bright, until disaster struck. Ai was murdered by the same stalker who killed Goro before. At the funeral, Ruby broke down, crying uncontrollably, while Aqua started planning revenge. He traced everyone who could have leaked Ai's location and figured their father was involved. That marked the start of Aqua's journey for vengeance and the truth about his father. Miyako stepped up to care for the twins, raising them well. As teenagers, Ruby and Aqua finally left their home, leaving behind the memories of their childhood with Ai, ready to face the world on their own. Ruby, who carried Serena's memories from her past life, threw herself into applying at every agency she could find, determined to become a top idol like Ai. She kept a huge secret tucked away. She was Ai's secret daughter, and she still remembered every painful and precious moment from her previous life. Ruby often recalled how those endless medical procedures had haunted her, and the only relief came from listening to Ai's music. Even on her deathbed, Ai's songs had been her comfort, and when she opened her eyes in her new life, it was in Ai's warm embrace. Her dream had finally come true. Her childhood was filled with love and happiness, but Ai's death left a void she couldn't ignore. Ruby's devotion to Ai pushed her to honor her mother's wish by chasing the idol life. Miyako, now president of Strawberry Productions, watched Ruby closely. She cared deeply for the twins and felt a responsibility to guide them, but watching Ruby grow more like Ai filled her with both pride and worry. Despite Ruby's undeniable talent in singing and dancing, every application mysteriously fell through. Behind the scenes, Aqua was quietly sabotaging her opportunities. He couldn't stand the idea of Ruby enduring the hardships Ai had faced in the entertainment industry. The unexpected happened when an underground idol recruiter finally noticed Ruby, shocking Aqua to his core. Both he and Miyako investigated the company and decided Strawberry Productions needed to form a new girls band. Miyako quickly scouted Ruby, signing her to a contract to keep her safe from dangerous opportunities. Meanwhile, Aqua set his sights on acting. He joined a director's team with the goal of infiltrating the entertainment world and quietly collecting DNA samples from people who might be their father. Both Ruby and Aqua applied to the same school. Ruby for performing arts, Aqua for general studies. In the hallway, they ran into a familiar face from their childhood. Kana, the genius actor, recognized them instantly and rushed over, thrilled to see them again. Her excitement dimmed slightly when Aqua mentioned he was applying for general studies instead of anything acting related, leaving her visibly disappointed. After meeting Kana, she basically glued herself to Aqua, following him everywhere. She bombarded him with questions about middle school and dragged him to cafes and coffee shops like he had nothing better to do. Aqua, completely done with her energy, suggested they just head straight to the director instead. They ended up having dinner with the director, and Aqua quickly learned that Kana was starring in a drama called Sweet Today, directed by Kaburagi-san. That name immediately caught his attention since he remembered Kaburagi's past involvement with Ai. He asked Kana to speak with the director so he could join the drama, get a closer look at the set, and quietly collect Kaburagi's DNA. Aqua got the role and stepped onto the set as the villain. His acting immediately grabbed everyone's attention, leaving a strong impression. Walking off the set for a moment, he thought over his plan when Kana came up, praising him for his performance and happily saying she was glad he hadn't quit acting. Meanwhile, Kaburagi insulted Kana behind her back, talking about her fate in the industry. Aqua overheard it all and carefully planned his next move. When Kaburagi tossed his used cigarette into the bin, Aqua retrieved it without hesitation, adding it to his collection of evidence. He glanced back at the set and decided it was almost time to leave. Kana struggled big time getting her co-actor to actually follow the scenes. The guy was cocky and totally indifferent, refusing to cooperate no matter what she did. She almost gave up, realizing the scene she loved most in the manga was about to be ruined because of him. Aqua stepped in, letting his dark aura take over, and somehow pulled out Arima's real acting. The scene turned out amazing, and Kana finally relaxed, satisfied with the shooting. After the drama became a hit, Kana and Aqua went to a party with all the actors and directors. Kaburagi came over, praised Aqua's acting, and casually mentioned that he looked a lot like Ai. That immediately raised Aqua's suspicions, and he decided to dig deeper into Kaburagi. The next day, Aqua and Ruby headed to their first day at high school. Ruby freaked out, realizing that nearly everyone there was either a top actor or a successful model. Aqua tried to calm her down, but she only got more nervous. She stumbled into class, noticed how impossibly beautiful everyone was, and quietly slinked to the back, taking the last seat. Her benchmate, Minami-san, caught her attention. Gorgeous model with a G cup, and Ruby quickly became friends with her, introducing her to Aqua. Aqua mentioned that their class was visited by Frill Shiranui, considered the most beautiful girl in the industry. Ruby fangirled hard when she saw Frill walking by. Aqua walked over and introduced himself. Frill immediately recognized him from the drama. Minami came along, and Frill recognized her too. Ruby was floored that both her friend and her brother were already acknowledged for their talent, while she was still figuring out her own career path. Ruby rushed back to Strawberry Productions, demanding Miyako make her an idol. Miyako explained that auditions for the other band members were still ongoing, so it would take time to form the group. Aqua suggested they recruit Kana for the band. Cute face, audience appeal, and she could definitely draw attention, making Ruby smile at the idea of having a strong start. Kana was scrolling through the comments on her drama online when she noticed all the buzz about Aqua. She felt shy remembering how perfectly he pulled off that scene. Suddenly, a message popped up. Aqua wanted to meet her. Excited, she rushed to the playground only to find Ruby waiting for her instead. Ruby explained that she wanted to scout Kana to join a girls' band under Strawberry Productions. Kana flat out refused. She had no interest in gambling her acting career to become an idol and risk losing all her future opportunities. Aqua stepped in, trying to persuade her, but she stayed firm. He didn't give up though. Using his charm and persistence, he managed to convince her to sign the contract with Miyako. Once it was done, Kana immediately regretted her decision but eventually accepted that her path as an idol had begun. Curious about Aqua, she asked Ruby where he was, and learned he was busy filming a reality show with his co-stars. Shocked, Kana insisted they watch it together. On screen, Aqua's personality was completely different, making the girls cringe at his sudden attitude shift. The show featured Yuki Sumi, Nobuyuki Kumano, Akane Kurokawa, Mem-chan, and Kengo Morimoto, all with strong, diverse personalities. Aqua had to deal with their antics every day, while Kaburagi promised to give him a list of Ai's dating partners. While Aqua focused on his reality show, Ruby grew tired of waiting for her own chance to shine. She asked Kana if they should do something, but even Kana had no solution. Miyako soon arrived and gave them advice. Make themselves known to the public. She suggested creating introductory videos for social media so people could recognize them. With help from a famous YouTuber, Kana and Ruby shot an intense workout video as their introduction. They brainstormed and finally came up with a band name, posting their first video online. That marked the official start of their journey to become famous idols. Yuki steals the spotlight at Aqua's reality show by playing the bullied girl card, drawing massive sympathy and turning the viewers into her fans overnight. She pairs up with Nobuyuki, and their chemistry becomes the main buzz of the show. They trend everywhere while the rest of the cast gets buried under their shine. Meanwhile, Akane struggles to catch anyone's eye. No matter how hard she tries, her soft nature and quiet aura make her invisible. The online hate only adds more pressure, and hearing her director badmouth her completely breaks her down. Desperate to stand out, Akane tries switching her image by acting like the villain and attempting to steal Nobuyuki's attention from Yuki. The plan fails, and the public turns on her even more. Things hit rock bottom when she accidentally scratches Yuki's face during a scene. Yuki forgives her, but the internet doesn't. Hate floods in, and Akane spirals into depression. One night, she jumps off a bridge but gets pulled back by Aqua just in time. The next day, news about her suicide attempt explodes across media. Aqua plans to protect her, convincing the crew to fix her image by editing clips that show her kind and genuine side. The strategy works, and the audience slowly accepts her again. Aqua then tells Akane to act using someone else's personality, to become someone like Ai. When she returns to set and channels Ai perfectly, Aqua stands stunned, watching a reflection of his late mother right before him. Akane steps in front of the camera and turns into someone completely different. She acts just like Ai, copying her voice, gestures, and energy so perfectly that Aqua and the rest of the cast freeze in shock. Yuki and Memcho stare in disbelief, seeing how both Akane and Aqua seem like totally new people. At the same time, Kana and Ruby are grinding through their idol training while gossiping about the show. Kana, who secretly likes Aqua, gets jealous seeing Akane stealing all his attention. On her way to school, she runs into Aqua and spends time playing catch with him, but deep down, she can tell his heart is somewhere else. Back at the set, Aqua asks Akane how she nailed Ai's personality so well. She explains that she imagined Ai living a secret life with a hidden child. Aqua goes silent since her guess is spot on. When he asks what kind of man Ai might have loved, Akane shares her theory and it sparks something inside him. Aqua decides to use her help in his revenge plan. As the show ends, Aqua kisses Akane during the final scene, shocking everyone. The cast celebrates at the after party, and Yuki teases Akane about her new relationship. Later, Aqua meets Kaburagi, who promises to give him the information he wants. On his way home, Aqua walks with Memcho, who admits she always wanted to be an idol. He suggests she join his company's new band, and her eyes light up with excitement. Memcho gets introduced to Miyako, who instantly recognizes her online popularity and agrees to let her join the band. Still, Miyako quickly figures out that Memcho isn't as young as she claims on her streams. After a little digging, everyone learns that Memcho is actually 25, not 18. She explains that she dropped out of high school after her mother fell ill and started streaming to support her family. Her story leaves the others impressed, and Ruby and Kana welcome her warmly into the group. Training begins, and the girls start facing the real struggles of becoming idols. Kana has a tough time keeping up with the others, still unsure if the idol life is for her. Aqua tries to comfort her, but his words only make things worse as Kana can't stop thinking about his kiss with Akane. The irritation keeps building, yet she pushes herself to stay focused. After weeks of practice, the group's YouTube channel finally starts gaining followers. The girls celebrate the success, feeling their dream getting closer. But the celebration pauses when Memcho points out that they still haven't decided on the group's center. She suggests they settle it through a karaoke battle. Kana immediately backs off, calling herself unfit for the center position. She insists that Ruby or Memcho should take it instead. Curious, the girls look up Kana's old music video and are stunned to see how good she actually is. While they talk about it, Kana casually takes the mic and scores 97 out of 100, leaving everyone speechless. After Ruby and Memcho realize that Kana is the perfect choice for the group's center, they start pleading with her to take the role. Kana refuses right away and shuts down the idea, telling them to find another solution. The two keep complimenting her singing and stage presence, trying to convince her that no one could fit the role better than her. Their words almost get to her, but Kana pushes the thought away and rejects the offer again. Ruby and Memcho then come up with another idea. They ask Kana to at least try performing as the center during practice and decide afterward. Kana reluctantly agrees, and once the practice starts, she begins to feel the rhythm and energy flow naturally. After the session, she finally accepts that she's the right person for the center role and agrees to take the position. Miyako praises the girls for their progress and tells them they'll be performing at an upcoming festival. She also adds that Pion-san will help them train again. Kana nods and starts giving her all during rehearsals. Days pass, and their synchronization improves, each step and note getting sharper. The night before the festival, Ruby admits to Kana that she's too excited to sleep and talks about her time in the hospital in her past life, remembering how Ai's music gave her hope. Kana listens quietly and later goes downstairs, where she realizes that Pion is actually Aqua in disguise. The next day, Ruby and Memcho run around the venue filled with energy, while Kana tries to calm her nerves. She takes a quiet moment alone, thinking back to her childhood as an actor and how much pressure she faced. Ruby finds her again and notices her cold hands, sensing her anxiety. She reassures Kana with a soft smile, giving her the push she needs. Kana straightens up, takes a deep breath, and gets ready to shine on stage with her friends. The day of the big performance finally arrived, and after several acts, it was time for Ruby, Kana, and Memcho to take the stage. The crowd buzzed with excitement as the girls confidently stepped into position. But as the lights dimmed and the music began, Kana's confidence started to waver. She looked around and realized that no one was holding a white light stick, the color she had chosen. Instead, the audience was filled with yellow and pink lights for Ruby and Memcho. The sight hit her harder than expected, and her mind began spiraling with doubts about her worth as an idol. Ruby's radiant aura lit up the stage, reminding everyone of I, and even Kana couldn't deny how mesmerizing she looked. For a moment, jealousy crept in, twisting her thoughts. But then she noticed a single person in the crowd, waving all 3 light sticks with full energy. It was Aqua. Seeing him cheering like a one-man fan club broke her out of her slump. The girls laughed mid-performance, and Kana's spirit reignited. She performed with her full energy, catching Aqua's complete attention and winning over the crowd. After the show's success, Miyako drove them home, praising their effort and teamwork. The tension between Kana and Aqua finally settled, and things felt normal again. Memcho, however, started to notice Kana's growing feelings for Aqua, and couldn't decide who to root for between her and Akane. Meanwhile, Akane got cast in a new drama alongside Aqua. Kaburagi offered Aqua the same role, telling him it might hold clues to Ai's past. Aqua agreed instantly, his curiosity pulling him deeper into the mystery. Akane, thrilled to act with him, posted a photo labeling them as a happy couple. When Kana saw it, her heart twisted, and she confronted Akane about it. It turned out Akane was playing the lead heroine, while Kana was cast in a supporting role. The rivalry between the two flared up again, both determined not to lose. Aqua, lost in his own mission, paid no attention to their silent war, focused only on uncovering the truth about his father.